It's okay, little girl. Okay, want to read this one first?
Yeah.
Biscuit gives a gift. Wake up, sleepy puppy. It's Christmas and we have lots to do.
Ruff, ruff.
We're going to give some special gifts to our neighbors, friends, and family, Biscuit.
Stop it. Ruff, ruff.
Oh, Biscuit, wait for me.
Ruff, ruff.
These mittens are so warm and cozy, we can hang them on the mitten tree.
Ruff, ruff.
Silly puppy, no tugging, Biscuit.
Ruff, ruff.
This way, Biscuit. Grandma and Grandpa will love the gingerbread we baked.
Ruff, ruff.
Funny puppy, no cookies for you.
Ruff, ruff. Why does it get cookies?
Because he's a dog. Sharing is a story. Oh, sorry. Sharing a story is one of the best gifts of all.
Ruff, ruff.
Curl up, Biscuit. You can hear the story too.
Ruff, ruff.
Gifts come in all shapes and sizes, Biscuit. We can give birdseed to the birds and big crunchy biscuits to friends like Puddles and Sam.
Ruff, ruff.
Sweet puppy, a kiss from you is the best Christmas gift ever.
Ruff, ruff.
The end.
I just said ruff, ruff. No, how do we do this?
Okay.
You make it.
You ready, Annalise? Okay. This one's called The Best Nest. Mr. Bird was happy. He was so happy he had to sing. This was Mr. Bird's song. I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world my nest is best.
No, don't read it yet. Don't. Get away.
Back up, little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, she can see. You can see, can't you?
Yeah.
Then Mrs. Bird came out of the house. It's not the best
Ow.
nest.
I can't see because I'm one way down. I can't see it.
I'm tired of this old place, said Mrs. Bird. I hate it. Let's look for a new place right now.
Please get away.
So they left the old place to look for a new one. This place looks nice, said Mr. Bird. Let's move in here. But somebody else already moved in.
Wait, what did he say?
He's like,
Read
get
that.
out of my house. This is
No,
my
read it.
This is my tree. Get out. I'm a raccoon. But somebody else had already moved in. So they looked at another house. This one looks nice, said Mr. Bird, and there's nobody in it. You're wrong, said Mrs. Bird. This house belongs to a big stinky foot. Phew! So they went on looking. I like this one, said Mr. Bird. It has a pretty red flag on the roof. I've always wanted a house with a flag, said Mrs. Bird. Maybe this place will be all right.
No.
Doing. But it was not all right. I guess I made a mistake, said Mr. Bird. You make too many mistakes, said Mrs. Bird. I'm going to pick the next house. And here it is, right here. They flew in. They looked around. Isn't it too big? Asked Mr. Bird. I like this place. I like this big place, said Mrs. Bird. This is the place to build our new nest. They went right to work. They needed many things to build their nest. First, they got some hay. They got some soda straws and broom straws. They got some sweater string. They got some stocking string and some mattress stuffing. They got some horsehair. They got some man hair. And they got some old dirty hippie hair.
Does it say dirty hippie?
Yeah, I just made that up. Soon they had all the hair, all the straw, all the string, all the stuffing, all the horsehair, all the man hair, all the dirty hippie hair they could carry. And they took it all back to build their nest. Mr. and Mrs. Bird worked very hard. It took them the rest of the morning to finish their nest. This nest really is the best, said Mrs. Bird. I want to stay here forever. Mr. Bird was very happy too. He flew to the top of his house. He sang a song again. I love our house, I love our nest, in all the world our nest is best. He was so busy singing, he didn't see Mr. Parker coming.
Is it time for church?
Yep.
Why does every day he rings the bell?
'Cause that's his job. He gets paid big bucks for that. Every day at 12 o'clock, Mr. Parker came to the church. Mr. Parker came to pull the rope. The rope went up to the bird's new nest.
Bong.
The rope
Bow.
rang the big bell right
Bow.
under Mrs. Bird's nest.
Bong.
Bong,
Bow.
bong,
Bow.
bong. Mrs. Bird got out of there as fast as she could fly.
Bong.
Bong, bong.
Now let me do it. Bong, 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 bong. Bong, bong.
When Mr. Bird came in, all he could see was a mess of hay and string and stuffing and horsehair and man hair and old dirty hippie hair and straws. Where was Mrs. Bird? I will look for her until I find her, said Mr. Bird. He looked high, he looked low, he looked everywhere for Mrs. Bird. He looked down into a chimney, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. He looked down into the water barrel, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. Then he saw a big fat cat. There was a big fat smile on that fat cat's face. There were some pretty brown feathers near that fat cat's mouth. Mr. Bird began to cry. Oh dear, he cried. This big fat cat has eaten Mrs. Bird.
Is he? Did that cat dead?
I don't know.
She didn't.
Mr. Bird flew off. I'll never see Mrs. Bird again. He cried. It was getting dark. It began to rain. It rained harder and harder. Mr. Bird could not see where he was going. Donk! Beep! Crash! Mr. Bird bumped into something. It was his old house. That old house that Mrs. Bird hated. I'll go inside, said Mr. Bird. I'll rest here until the rain stops. Mr. Bird went in, and there was Mrs. Bird.
Hi.
Sitting there, singing. I love my house, I love my nest. In all the world, this nest is best. You? Here? Gasped Mr. Bird. I thought you hated this old nest. Mrs. Bird smiled. I used to hate it, she said, but a mother bird can change her mind. You see, there's no nest like an old nest for a brand new bird. And when the egg popped open, the new bird thought so too. That's you, that's mommy, and daddy. The end.
Okay. What's called again?
Itsy bitsy spider.
Put up the water spout.